Oh God, no.
This is how you're doing it? Oh my God.
This is painful.
Just a couple of silly friends talking about serious stuff.
Welcome back to Not What I Was Expecting. Two friends react to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I am Enough.
And I'm Ed. Welcome back.
And today we are heading back into Season 3, Episode 8. Some title of something.
Nathaniel needs my help.
Nathaniel needs my help. Ooh, Nathaniel.
So I'm not supposed to look ahead things, but I did sort of glance at the titles, and as I said at the end of episode 6, Josh is irrelevant. I was so excited because, like, oh, Josh doesn't matter anymore. That's it. It's over. You know, she's now focusing on herself instead of a boy. But I noticed the next couple of episodes are titled Nathaniel, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dang it. So, I mean, we'll see where it goes, obviously. But I'm hoping, because that's what she was doing earlier, juggling from Greg to Josh to Greg. You know, it's like, until she deals with the Robert of it all, she's going to keep needing that man in her, or maybe even not the Robert, but her dad of it all, going even further back. I guess we'll see. But hopefully it doesn't just become Nathaniel becomes her next sort of obsession or crutch or whatever.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I can't say anything. I got
no, of course.
No spoilers, but
so we left off last episode. Just a quick recap. Paula sort of went through her own little bit of a sort of midlife crisis. Her family was sort of feeling like second priority. She went back, got some closure on something that, you know, on her sort of what could have been episode in her life. And she sort of has now chosen the life she has. And I thought that was wonderful.
yeah,
Rachel,
she felt kind of
Rebecca,
stuck in it before forced into it, kind of thing.
Exactly. And Rebecca had her first positive interaction with a father figure, even if he's not the greatest of dudes. And then kind of accepted that she doesn't have to do everything perfectly and can just kind of live her life. And had a nice little interaction with her doctor, and then went back to Nathaniel. So we'll see what happens with that.
And got scratch and sniff sticker.
Oh, yeah. The highlight of the episode, clearly.
All right. Let's get into this. Make sure you're looking up your content warnings. And got your drink, your snack, and your stretch.
Crazy is when I go off the rails.
Okay, so this one launches straight into the intro, right? Mm-hmm. Usually there's an opening, right? Like a cold
Usually
open.
Usually there's like whatever. A previously on.
Okay.
Yeah. Or an
I
opening.
Still love this opening.
Crazy in the head.
I still love the intro to this season.
Yeah, they've managed to get some good theme songs that don't really get like boring or really annoying after they've been played the whole season.
Take the day off today, and let's go to Raging Waters.
Oh, I'd love to if water parks weren't disgusting.
How dare you? I love water parks. I haven't been to one in years, though, actually. I mean, they are disgusting, but I still love them.
They're a little gross, yeah.
Oh, well, I've been watching a lot of Seinfeld. I have a Jewish girlfriend, after all.
Girlfriend?
Wow, you were squealing a lot today.
I mean, watching Seinfeld is not sufficient preparation for having a Jewish partner, but I guess it's a start. Kinda, maybe. She's already obsessing again. Oof.
Oh, Nathaniel. But I didn't just smell it. I buried my whole face in it.
Okay.
Okay, you felt intimacy and affection. That's okay.
For me, first it starts out as intimacy and affection.
So she's recognizing a pattern, and she's talking to her professional help person about it. I like that.
Just be mindful as you get to know Nathaniel better. Oh, Lord.
Is it bad that I'm wearing this?
It's not great.
It's not great.
The appropriate response.
It stinks in here. There's so much dead Southwestern CSI New Mexico.
These are the egg donors. These are the women whose DNA I'm going to be commingling with.
I gotta say, I am proud of you.
I'm just reminded of Mitt Romney's "I have binders full of women" line.
What if I picked the wrong person?
Catalog shopping and judging people are two of my best events.
She's the right kind of judgmental you need.
Yeah.
Easy. Here we go. Okay. Weird mole. Dump scarf. Likes cats.
What? Cats are amazing. You hush.
Sloping chin. 3 chins. Vegetarian.
Oh my God, I didn't notice all these bad things.
It's because none of them are necessarily bad.
You're going to have just one parent.
Oh, Daryl. It's a good one.
Aw, supportive friends.
First time I saw you with Madison, you know what I thought?
Oh, this is what he's good at.
Oh, Paula.
Oh my god.
All your stuff still works? It's not expired?
He's not that old.
God, what if my guy stuff is bad? I didn't even think of that.
Go to the doctor right now.
Right now,
No.
like, you don't have to make an appointment. You just show up and you're like, hey, can I
I
go in
mean-
one of these rooms over here for some me time?
He's a wealthy head of a law firm, even if it's not a big law firm. Like, he can get an appointment pretty quick, probably.
Oh, go.
Although a good doctor won't see you first thing, like for same day for something like this. You need an appointment.
Yeah, I don't think they do walk-ins.
Not for that, no.
I want to get to know each other better.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me think of a question for you.
I'm so bad at like
Tell me about your childhood.
these types of questions, like opening questions on dating apps. Like, where do you start with?
Mhm.
Also, don't lead with "tell me about your childhood."
I was kind of a lonely kid. I didn't have any siblings.
I'm just picturing, like, little Nathaniel wandering around, lonely, little bow tie and knee socks. Like,
Her vision of little Nathaniel is just present day me.
Sometimes I wish we were closer. You know, or close at all.
Aw, they both have daddy issues. They're perfect for each other.
Said that to anyone.
really?
Yeah, I think they're my favorite ship of the Rebecca options.
She is the one. I don't even have a second choice. You're welcome.
Are they gonna wind up being cousins or something?
That would be an interesting twist.
We would like 1 egg from number.
Wrench
Why
in the
is she
gears.
making the call?
What do you mean it's not available?
Ah.
You have it, but I can't have it? Do you have the egg or not?
Don't ruin it for him.
It's in the catalog.
Coffee time, George. Time for George's cough. He's gonna make himself a cup.
Oh, yeah, I do that kind of thing all the time. Make
And
up
I
a
love it,
lot
it's
of songs.
I mean, why are we sneaking around?
I don't work here anymore, and I just can't deal with people right now.
Oh, that's right. She just doesn't work here.
If you were so depressed, why didn't you lose weight?
I like your very normal body. I think it's brave.
What?
That is the correct reaction. Bleh. Also, just don't comment on people's bodies. Just don't. Even if like you think they've lost weight or whatever, just don't.
Don't.
Run into Nathaniel Sr. so I can repair his relationship with Nathaniel.
Oh, she's meddling.
How wonderful and sweet and thoughtful Nathaniel is. He always makes sure that I am
Oh,
taken
God.
care of first.
Boundaries.
His dad needs to know things like that.
No. No.
This is a good idea.
Shut up!
I'm sorry. Shut up. His calendar.
I don't think that's a good idea. It is an invasion of privacy.
It's just, if you don't do this, I will try to kill myself again.
Holy crap, Rebecca.
Otherwise,
Oh my.
I don't know if I like because that that felt a little out of character, like with the work she has done and everything. To like, that felt kind of like, yes, she's manipulative and can be, but usually she's more subtle about it and not like, she doesn't realize she's being manipulative and cruel at times. That was just straight up cruel.
That did
Maybe
seem
it's
pretty
because it's
self-aware.
George. Maybe it's because it's George. Excuse me, and he's sort of the punching bag for everyone.
Yeah, she's definitely rationalized it as she's doing something good, so the means stands justify the means.
Yeah, I don't know. I really, it's not. I don't. I'm not bothered by her doing something bad. We've seen her do lots of bad things. That's part of the character and her growth and everything. I guess just the way she did it so blatantly and nastily that seemed a little out of place to me, especially with the work she's doing.
I mean, she's been nasty in the past before when it's gotten her what she wanted, but this does feel a little bit more lucid, more self-aware.
Like telling someone that, you know, you're the reason they're going to kill themselves just to get them to do, like, that's heinous. Like,
It's
plain and
also
simply.
It's also what she's used to. That's what she had to do with her parents.
True. Okay, I don't know. That just really did not sit well, and it's not
Yeah, I mean,
supposed
it's
to,
not okay.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You haven't packed at all. You're moving out, and this closet is still full of junk.
Ugh. It's so hard. Like, it's hard to move out of your parents' place because you feel like you can leave stuff there. So it's like hard to. Also, why does he have a cat carrying case? Is that his? Is that his parents? Did he and Valencia have a cat?
I don't know.
I don't want to move.
But I need this room, sweetheart. You know that. And it will be so fun living with Hector and his mother.
Wait, he's moving in with.
Hector and his mom.
Oi.
Apparently.
Still on probation with Aloha. I had to quit home base after my zit explosion.
Oh, really?
I'm in a lot of flux. Flux.
Let's pack the closet, my sweetheart.
It does seem like Josh is getting
nice.
a little bit. It does seem like Josh is getting a little bit more childish in a way as everything's unraveling for him. He's sort of reverting.
Yeah, I mean, don't we all? A little bit. Sometimes. I'm sick. I don't wanna.
Doing nice things is fine. Overextending yourself because you're idealizing someone is what I want you to keep an eye on.
Okay.
Nope. She's going right back into old patterns. Part of the problem with certain mental health issues is it can be very hard to acknowledge that you need help because you don't see yourself objectively. And that's kind of what's happening here is Rebecca thinks she's fine, and even though you and I can objectively see she's not, in her mind she's fine, so she's going to refuse all outside help, all outside suggestions. Like, Rebecca, you're obsessing. Lana said you're doing exactly what you just did previously that we all acknowledge is bad, but she isn't capable of acknowledging it yet, at least.
Yeah, and those kinds of changes take practice. It's not going to be an on-off switch that once you get it, you've gotten it. You're going to have to keep practicing it, keep in practice with it.
That is one thing I like about this show is they've shown this many times, is mental health recovery is not just like in so many shows and movies, like, oh, I'm cured, everything's great now. Like, no, it's a constant battle. Progress is not linear. There's ups and downs, and it's hard, you know?
Well, hello, number 456H76.
And now Paula is back to her stocky ways. Great. Seems like everyone's reverting a bit. Paula's going back to stalking for someone else. She doesn't have Rebecca to be involved with the stalking, so she's stalking for Daryl. And Josh is sort of infantilizing himself more and more. So interesting.
Yeah.
Hi.
What you doing, Paula? Being creepy.
Being creepy. Jinx. Haha.
I want out of the scam.
Well, sorry, but you're my driver
Oh no.
and my suicide prevention buddy. What don't you understand about this relationship?
Tell me or I'm out.
Oh, really? Because boop, boop, glug, glug, glug. It was George. George made me do it.
Hell.
That is so messed up.
Okay, so Nathaniel Sr. will be here any second, and when he gets here, I'm going to walk over and just casually strike up a... Stayed up all night watching old Masters tournaments.
Didn't she do that with ping pong? Literally the exact same thing with ping pong.
Ping pong girl.
All right, so we're just gonna walk up to him and be like, "Oh, I think you know Nathaniel."
Yeah. Whoa.
He must know her.
Wait, he's walking the wrong way.
Because oh no. Is he having enough? Oh no.
Who the hell is that?
Also, George is so cute in that outfit. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how adorable he is?
Mm-hmm.
Something weird is going on. I have to get to the bottom of it.
Do you?
So the obvious assumption is that he's cheating with a younger woman, but I'm gonna guess it's something other than that because, like, it would be more interesting for the show.
Right.
Goodbye, tissue from the cold I caught from the hot girl in algebra class.
Oh, that's so nasty.
I thought I had trouble hoarding craft supplies.
Uh,
Can you throw this out? This has all my favorite karaoke tracks on it.
I want a karaoke
I
machine.
know. Where did mine go? I got one for my 16th birthday.
Oh my god, that's... I'm not gonna say how long ago because that's none of our viewers' business.
What? I've seen you skulking around the park for the past
hello.
hour. I'm flattered, but I'm into men. Sorry.
Or her stalking her the whole time.
What is up with you taking your eggs off the donor site?
Oh, that's so creepy.
Okay, so this is not appropriate or legal. So I'm just gonna reach for my phone and call the police.
I was just sitting there on ice. All you have to do is sign a release. Please, please.
This is so gross.
Yeah.
That was so, like, respect her bodily autonomy.
What if my swimmers are no good? What if I can never again climb the sacred mountain of fatherhood?
I got the Yank Bank on the horn.
Yay!
Give him your cell, would you? I don't like to vomit at work.
God, I love her.
This is Mr. Whitefeather.
Wank feather?
White
Oh,
feather.
I thought I heard him say wank feather.
I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
Oh god, are we gonna get a song about his sperm?
Sounds like it.
Each time I bust well. I got the quantity.
Oh god.
My semen steaming like a demon.
Oh god.
No cause for concern. My sperm is hell.
I love the like the 90s style like following camera thing.
My sperm is healthy.
Oh my god.
This
I
is
hate
very
this so
Megan
much.
Trainor.
I hate this so much, but I love it so much.
Okay, who is that?
Wow, that girl looks young enough to be his daughter.
Hey, old man.
Is that his second family?
That's his mistress and that's his daughter.
Uh,
I just uncovered years of family secrets and pent up.
No, get more information first. Or just stop entirely, but at least get more information first.
I got him a nice, juicy, wonderful little sister.
Oh no. That sounded so creepy. Don't say juicy and little sister in the same sentence.
What are you doing here?
I thought about it. I'll call the bank and tell them to release my last egg. One thing I want.
Yeah.
which is
Whatever. We can talk about details later, but right now, I am going to run upstairs and
No.
why do people in movies do this? Or TV?
People in real life do too. I will say, not to the extreme, obviously, because movies and TVs, but like, people don't wait for all the information when they get information they're excited about. They only hear what they want to hear.
You know, I keep thinking about how you were lonely as a kid. I just keep picturing you, sad and lonely. Did you ask for a puppy or a little brother or sister?
I mostly asked for treasury bonds.
Starting young, I guess. Ugh.
So when I was 5, my parents took me to see Santa, and he asked what I wanted, And I said I wanted a kid sister. And he got very uncomfortable and told me I needed to ask my parents for that.
Shouldn't a mall Santa be trained for that? Like, because that's got to be a fairly, like, maybe not common, but a known question that kids ask for.
And I looked at him like he was unbelievably dense. No, the toy kid sister.
Is there a toy called Kid Sister?
There was in the 90s. There was like a kid brother.
I thought you meant an actual like little sister. I didn't know. I don't know what dolls there were in the 90s. Oh my god. Oh. I was still into the Kenner Star Wars action figures in the 90s. Oh man.
I just thought that seemed appropriate for this what we were watching.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Okay.
I thought you meant an actual kid sister.
That's a very reasonable thing to think.
Stop meddling, Rebecca.
How long has he been here?
He got into a karaoke groove.
You sing the karaoke so much. That's where we met.
I know. Wait, and we went to karaoke so many times that summer. It was so much fun.
I like that he and Rebecca cannot sing. Rather, can't sing well.
Like outside of the yeah.
Yeah.
Times in my life when I sang along to these songs, those moments are all gone.
But it's time to have a little conversation.
She's gonna communicate through song.
We are in a musical.
She's gonna just scream at him like, "Get your shit together." Nope. No. Okay.
You've made me smile.
I love this like terrible generic karaoke backing track.
Yep.
It's time to get your ass out of my house.
Okay, so she is doing the whole like harsh get out thing.
Seriously.
Okay, I get it. You don't have to keep singing.
My son. Dad and I can't have sex. And please just.
I don't think I've ever seen a meta karaoke song like this. I love it.
Good God, just get your ass out of my house.
Also, these like generic background music videos that you get at like Korean karaoke places, they're the best. Mic drop. However, at the same time, like, no, go ahead.
At least you didn't drop it on the ground. Don't drop your mics on the ground. It's bad for them.
Yep. Although, like, there's no shame in living at home if it's the best option. I want to be clear. A lot of people feel like there's shame, but at the same time, like, sometimes it's the best option, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No shame for what works for your life.
Exactly. And how is this going to go wrong?
What's this text about money? He already paid you.
Yeah, but not enough.
There it is.
And I would hate for the police to find out that you violated my anonymity and stalked me.
Oh no!
He paid in monthly installments for the rest of the baby's life.
You're blackmailing me?
The rest of its life.
And you're a smoker.
Yeah.
But you check no smoking.
Yeah.
I like her.
I can't believe I picked you out of a catalog.
Is she the one who's a horrible person, considering what Paula did? I mean, she lied on her egg thing, which is not okay, but...
I am stopping this. Right now.
You messed this up, Paula.
It's Rebecca. She is a train and you can't get off and you're trying to pull the brake, but the next thing you know, you're shoveling more coal into the engine.
I am so sorry that I hit your car.
Oh my god.
I want your insurance information.
She hit her car.
What's happening here?
She hit her car.
Did you hit my car on purpose?
Oh boy.
Yes, but for all the right reasons. Meet your sister.
Oh God, no.
This is how you're doing it? Oh my god.
This is painful.
Is your sister, sired by your father and a secret whore.
Oh my gosh.
Sister? What's happening? And Nathaniel, what are you even doing here? You don't eat donuts.
Her
Cousins?
mom was my dad's secretary for years.
My mom worked for Mr. P Sr. for 30 years, so he pays for my tuition, and once in a while we invite him over to lunch.
I figured it was going to be something harmless like that.
How do you know he pretends to play golf? Okay, I think we need to have a talk.
That could have gone a lot worse. All things considered.
He knows she's going through some stuff.
My whole life, I knew what I was going to do, who I was going to be.
Season is a lot about learning how to re-identify yourself.
Growing up is hard.
Deconstruct your old identities and reconstruct the new person you're going to be.
Yeah.
And that job at Aloha, Rebecca also got for me because she believed in me. She changed me. Made me think my life could be different. I could be special.
To become obsessed with Rebecca?
My God, she ruined me. I spent my whole life in flip-flops and she made me want closed-toed shoes. I gotta find a new life.
That's just... That's horrible.
Those are not real problems.
That's not true. I mean, yeah, mom is being really mean. Like, that was unnecessarily mean. But I actually have a lot of sympathy for what Josh is going through because as someone who sort of had two major things change in my 20s, around his age, actually, that really changed how I lived my life. One being, you know, the chronic illnesses sort of taking over and leaving religion, or at least not leaving, changing how I viewed it. Let's put it that way. I had a certain idea of how my life was going to go. And then in my mid-20s, that got majorly upended, and it's really hard. And so I actually, like, I've said this before about how Josh sort of had all these plans and knew what his life was going to be. Valencia, get a job, do whatever. And now he doesn't even know who he is, let alone what he wants to be. And I have a lot of sympathy for him, even though he messed up plenty. A lot of the mess ups came because of Rebecca pushing him to things. Now, he's a grown man and he has to take responsibility for his own actions, but like, those actions don't happen in a vacuum. And I like how the show is showing us, I say show is showing us a lot, that he is in some ways both a victim of his own, you know, immaturity and whatnot, and Valencia's infantilization of him, and Rebecca's obsession. And now he's facing the consequences.
Yeah. I like the bit at the end of him talking about how now that he sees more for himself, he can't go back to being happy with the simpler things that he had. I think that's also something fairly common. And it reminds me a lot of the end of Pygmalion, which some people may know as My Fair Lady. Which I guess not the same thing, but it's like the musical version.
Yeah, Pygmalion was a book written, I believe, in the 1800s. My Fair Lady was just a musical version of it, and Pretty Woman was a modern version of that. Well, of the original Pygmalion. So there have been many versions.
Yeah, so Pygmalion was also a play and movies, in addition to just being a book.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, at the end of Pygmalion, she's gone from basically a gutter rat to a high society lady, but that was only temporary, and she's now looking at the rest of her life, thinking, now that I am basically this new person, I can't fit easily into what I used to know. And it's a really complicated feeling when that happens, because it's good that you see more for your life now, that you can have more for your life now that you see it. That's the first step. You got to be able to see that option before you can go in that direction. But there's a lot of grief that comes with it, because you're mourning the life that you thought you would be able to have, and the good parts that would come with that, and the sense of security and comfort that came with knowing what your life was going to be. And there's also an element of grief for the people who are maybe living in an element that you think could be better for them. Like if they're in a lot of poverty, and maybe you grew up in a lot of poverty and didn't realize how harmful that is to be in all the time. Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of blabbering on.
No, it's that's just why we do this. I agree, the mourning aspect. Like there are times where I miss the simpler view I had on life, and I can't go back to that. I know too much.
It's more difficult to live in the gray, complicated areas of life, but it's also, I think, more fulfilling.
It's honestly necessary if you want to be a truly good person.
God, I hope it's a girl. I want to name her Daphnilla or Sepharine.
Daphnilla is not a name, and Sepharine is a villain from a Final Fantasy game.
Neither.
Yes, I know it's before the comments say anything, I know it's Sephiroth, but
There are a couple of little details that I neglected.
I like that it's sort of showing Rebecca and Paula both concurrently meddling and causing problems.
Relapsing.
Paula being much more serious.
Oh,
no.
fertilization didn't take, thank God.
Oh no.
Number 456H76 was a blackmailing, secret smoking bitch.
You know what I haven't heard yet? An apology.
Yeah.
Any recognition of how badly she messed up and how much she hurt an actual human being instead of just her little game.
But this is a good thing, I promise. And next time we're gonna get somebody so much better.
It is really expensive to buy those huevos. I can only do it like once a year.
I'm so sorry. I have to stop interfering in people's lives. I do it when I'm unhappy. I do it when I'm happy. And either way, it never works out.
Adoy.
I love her. I like that she's getting focus in this episode. I mean, as the, straight woman in the comic, in the comedy, but still.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to talk, but you haven't said anything.
I'm still processing.
I see why you like Nathaniel's growth so much, because this is.
Do you forgive me? Are you gonna forgive me? Please don't break up with me.
Uh-oh.
Just tell me, okay? Just rip the Band-Aid off. Are you gonna break up with me? You're breaking up with me. But are you? Are you gonna break up with me?
Her internal state right now is probably absolute hell.
The thing is, you and I are really different. But that's part of what I like about you.
He keeps roller coastering, you trying to help, but we're so different. But I like that about but this is why you have to let someone get everything out before you start interrupting them and
So you're gonna forgive me?
Yeah, I think I will.
This table's really long. I'm just gonna
Very
come
long.
over. I'm just gonna come over.
Come on over.
I'm just gonna.
Aw. They communicated, they talked, there's still more to do.
So, phew, I got away with it.
Yeah, not the lesson.
That was the wrong choice of words. I mean, we worked it out.
Mm-hmm.
So what? I can never have a great relationship because I have borderline personality disorder? Is that what you're saying?
Not at all. But doesn't it feel like you're repeating some old patterns?
The way I am with Nathaniel is nothing like the way I was with Josh. I want to get to know everyone in his life, and I want to.
His
When
face.
you really get to know someone and it feels like glitter is exploding inside of you. Ah, oh.
I love that little interaction.
What the hell happened in here?
I sold it. I sold all of it.
Oh,
People wanted to buy that junk?
Most of it, no. I want to try again right away. I don't want to wait. What about Shatanka? It means lady truck.
no, it doesn't. Or maybe it does. I have no idea. But, oi. Lady Truck is not a good name for a child.
No.
Self-reflection.
Hey. There's something I never said.
If you're here to say sorry, there's really no need.
Let people finish their sentences.
Thank you.
What?
Before I met you, I set the bar so low for myself. Now I'm learning to break out of my patterns. I'm a bit of a coward.
Self-awareness.
I'm not great at doing the hard thing, even when I know it's right.
I know the feeling.
Hi.
Rebecca, what's wrong?
I have to do something I've never done before.
All right. So I assume she's about to break up with him, which is something she's never been the breaking up person before. She's always been the one to be broken up with. Good for her for recognizing what she needs, and with help. But even with help, it's very hard to recognize a destructive pattern. Excuse me. And that's what she's doing. And good for Josh for, I like that little bit, you know, the saying thank you. I like that little scene. I liked the Josh focus in this episode, like what sort of he's going through.
Yeah, I can't help but be reminded of some instances in my own life, both, and personally, I've been on both sides of it, where even though I'm not on the best terms with somebody, I've gone out of my way to thank them for being such a big turning point in my life. That their encouragement, their belief in me helped me to get out of a place that was unhealthy and to better my life in important ways and to grow as a person. And I've had people say the same to me. And I think it is really important to acknowledge when somebody has had that kind of effect on you and encourage that kind of behavior in the future. All supporting each other and believing in each other and helping each other be better. I think that's great.
I am all for acknowledging good behavior and, you know, rewarding good behavior. I know that sounds like very like Pavlovian thing, like, oh, who's a good little boy, here's your treat. But I mean it like when a friend says something smart or kind or accomplishes something, just a little positive feedback can help.
Mm-hmm. Particularly if you never know what somebody's going through, and if they're in a bad place and they're beating themselves up in their head, that little reminder that they had a real positive impact on somebody's life make a big difference.
Yeah. The greatest compliment I've ever received in my life, I don't know if I've mentioned this in another episode or something, because it's something that sticks with me, so I may have. But I've had 3 different friends tell me this on 3 separate occasions. But essentially, I am the standard to which they hold other men in their lives. Like, I have treated them in such a way that they're like, oh, a man can treat me like this. This is how I deserve to be treated. And like, that means I'm doing something right. And just hearing that made me feel so good and so confident that I'm doing the right thing. And I'm being, you know, the right kind of person, and to continue on that path and to be better. It's not like, oh, I'm, you know, good now, I can stop. Like, no, of course not. Another thing I like to do is I will tell my friends I'm proud of them. You know, like, yes, it's better if it comes from like a parental figure, a mentor figure, whatever. Not even better. Like, we all need that. But just having a friend tell you you're proud of them. It
Yeah.
helps. You know, tell your friend you appreciate them. Tell your friend you're proud of them. Tell your family, you know, tell your parents if you have a good relationship with your parents. When your parents do something difficult, you know, it doesn't have to be a one-way street. You can tell your parents you're proud of them if, you know, if that's something you want to do.
Yeah, I love
Be
this.
kind.
I love the second half of season 3 and how we're beginning to learn what mental health looks like and these pitfalls and stumbling blocks and how we reevaluate, we get back on that horse. I'm using a lot of metaphors, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is the part that I've been looking forward to the most, and I think what had some of the biggest impact on me as a person in my own mental health journey as I started going through some pretty intense therapy right around the time that this came out. So, yeah. Very exciting. I don't know. Yay, mental health.
So that was season 3, episode 8. Nathaniel Needs My Help.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. This is a lot of fun.
And if you like what we do, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you love what we do, please check out our Patreon link below. And we love spending this time with you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Bye.